Okay. Welcome everyone to a Kee-Mo-Kee alumni interview. We have Eminem here today. Thanks for joining us.
Hello.
How are you today?
Good. How are you?
I am good. We had our first day of LIT, which has been fantastic and exciting. We love having our small children come and grow up because they're all returning campers as well.
Aww.
Yeah, so it's a lot of people that we're very familiar with, and it's so exciting to see them grow up and want to work at camp, and it's just I'm so excited.
Oh, that's so exciting.
Yes. So we'll get started with some of our questions. When you were at camp, what positions did you have?
I was a counselor. I was in LIT for one summer, so I did the 3-week LIT program, and that's really where I kind of fell in love with camp and met some of my friends that I still call my friends today. So I did the 3-week program, and then I immediately was like, I have to be a counselor. So then I was a counselor for 3 summers, I think, as Eminem, and yeah, those are some of the best summers of my life. So yeah.
Amazing. How did you get your camp name?
How did I get my camp name? Geez, I think when we were all LITing, everyone was kind of coming up with cool ones, and most of my friends call me M. So I wanted it to be something I could respond to really easily, and most people I know call me M anyway, so then it just kind of made sense to be Eminem. There's no cool story to go along with my name, but it worked really well, and I think it was a really cute name, so.
It's a good name. I feel that though. I'm every time someone's like, "Why are you called Peaches?" and I'm like, "I got nothing interesting for you."
I know, yeah, no, I was around when some people were coming up with some cool names,
Yeah.
but unfortunately, no, mine was it just happened to be a nickname that I was familiar with.
Yeah. What do you miss the most about camp?
Oh, I would say the community among the counselors as well as the campers. I really miss having a job that wasn't really just a job. It was more like my family. I think that's one of the only times you can have that is when you do work at an overnight camp, and I think a lot of people would say the same thing. So I do miss the late night Muskoka chair chats. I miss the food we used to eat late at night, the shenanigans we used to get up to, night watch, things like that. So I would say I miss working among what I would consider my family members, because I think that's a once in a lifetime opportunity. So I miss the camp fam.
That's fair. What have you been doing since camp?
Oh goodness! So I went on to be a day camp counselor for 2 summers, and then I was the administrative director at that camp. So I actually worked alongside another Kee-Mo-Kee alumni, Flora. She was the programming director while I was the administrative director. So yeah, that was really, really great experience, and definitely a lot of the things that I did as an administrative director are things that I learned at Kee-Mo-Kee, because Kee-Mo-Kee is so strong on their policies and strong on their training, and it's something I really wanted to emulate at the other camp I worked at. So yeah, I definitely carried those skills very much so into my other job. So I was a camp gal until this summer, and now I'm the editor-in-chief of a newspaper. So,
Amazing.
Fortunately, this is my first summer not at camp, but I do really like my job now. Shout out to the job I have now. But yeah, I definitely am very thankful for that. All the skills I learned while I was working at camp.
Amazing. What do you think was the most beneficial skill that you learned while at camp?
Oh, that's actually a really good question. I would say integrity definitely is something I learned while I worked at camp, because you were expected to be doing your job even when you weren't being necessarily supervised. You were expected to uphold certain characteristics, I guess, even on your breaks, even on the weekends, right? And I think that was something really valuable to me, is that I wasn't just a good counselor when we were all there at campfire. I was a good counselor at 2 a.m. when a camper needed me. I was a good counselor, going into the school year and maintaining relationships with different camper families or different staff and things like that. So I think the integrity I learned from that job was really, really, really important, because I do feel like now I know the value of my own work, and I know the value of what I can contribute even when no one's watching. So I would say that's something I definitely learned at Camp Kee-Mo-Kee.
Awesome. Obviously, all of us who work at camp are still pretty much children. I say as like someone who's like in their second like graduate degree now, I literally am still a child. What would you like to be when you grow up?
What would I like to do? That's a great question. That is a really great question. I'm in school for teachers college, but I thoroughly enjoy my job as a journalist and as the editor-in-chief of Broad Press. So I would be very open to pursuing a career in journalism as well. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, I would love to say I wish I was a camp counselor for the rest of my life, but somebody's got to pay the bills. So
I feel that so much. I'm just like, I kind of like working camp for the rest of my life, and I'm like, I don't know if I can.
Me just wanting to work at Camp Kee-Mo-Kee for the rest of my life.
I'm like, they're like super old, and I'm like, but I can't leave. How do I leave? I have like
but
no
I'm
capacity.
not going to. You guys can't get rid of me. Yeah.
What is the funniest name you can think of for a pet?
For, like a pet? Like
yep, if you had a pet.
My sister always wanted a cat named Mascarpone, and I think that just cracks me up. So shout out to my sister, but when she's a grown up and gets a cat, and like I can't imagine yelling out my back door like Mascarpone. Like I just think that's like a great name.
That's so strange. That's just like I can't imagine that for a cat.
You know what? I think it's gonna work out really well. Really Probably. Well. Good stuff.
If you're stranded on an island, what 2 objects would you take with you?
Oh shoot! What would I take with me? Like a water purifier. I don't know if that's like a real thing, but like if it does exist, I'd want one of those. And then like a bunch of like fireworks. So that I can notify people that I'm there. I feel like a cell phone, like I don't know if there's reception in like the Bermuda Triangle. So I'm not going with a cell phone, but I am going with fireworks and a water purifier so I can drink water.
That's reasonable. What would you do if you were invisible for a day?
What would I do if I was invisible for a day? I don't know. I live a pretty boring life. Like I feel like, I feel like anything I wanted to do while I was invisible, I could probably just do right now, and like they wouldn't really like there'd be no. I don't know. Maybe like if I could be invisible for a day, I think it'd be cool to like watch a celebrity or like a world leader and then not know that somebody's watching them. Like, what are they really like? You know. So I'd probably do that. I would need to be able to teleport too, but.
True. I need all of the abilities.
Yeah. If we can make it invisible, we can probably make it teleport.
Probably. If you could sit next to anyone on a plane, like a long plane ride, like all the way to like New Zealand, those are like 16-hour plane rides, who would you choose to sit next to?
Oh shoot, that's a good question too. Alive or dead, or just they have to be alive?
Live or dead. Although it'd be really weird to have a corpse next to you on a plane, I will say.
Okay.
But if they were still alive.
That person, like a reincarnated person? Jeez. I haven't thought of that before. I would say somebody who's like a really different like belief system for me. Like I'd pick like somebody, just like a random person. Like I would just get a random person selected from like, I don't know, somewhere in the Middle East or somewhere like in Asia who has a completely different like belief system than me, and like so that we could just like hash it out.
That's fair.
I don't know. I don't have a specific answer. Just something who was a lot different than I was.
That's fair. If you could choose one animal to talk and like be able to communicate with, what animal would you choose?
I mean, probably my dog. I talk to her a lot anyway. She never says anything back, but it'd be cool if I could actually talk to her.
Be interesting. Be like, that was a really bad story. Thanks for sharing.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing is, I kind of thought, do I really want her to talk? Like, do I really want her to talk?
She might have some nice things to say.
I mean, if I had to pick, I don't want like a worm to talk. Like that would be very exciting.
Can you imagine what a worm would have to say?
It literally would just say like dirt all day. So I don't want a worm or like a snake or something to talk. Like. I don't know. I think dog is my final answer.
I always think that cats would have just like the sassiest things to say, and like.
I don't think I would want my cat to talk, to be honest. Like I feel like he's seen some stuff. Like I don't really want him to be able to talk. Like no.
Stay silent. If you had a time machine, what time period would you travel to?
Ooh, probably like I don't know. There's not a lot of time in history where being a female is like a great time. That aside, I would say like probably like I don't know. I'd go way back. I'd go way back to like dinosaurs.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah,
Just, like hang out with some
just
dinosaurs.
might as well just send it. Just get out of here.
Amazing. Would you rather have a pet dinosaur or a pet dragon?
Probably dragon, because How to Train Your Dragon seems like a pretty good gig.
That's fair.
You could like ride them places. The commute would be pretty good in the mornings.
See,
I think a dragon would be cool. I like that idea, but not like in Lord of the Rings or whatever. Like I would just want like a low key dragon, like a small, like compact, like.
I was thinking dragon, but I'm like, oh my god, what if it just like gets angry and just like burns my house down because it can breathe fire? But like if you had like a dinosaur,
also,
you could pick like a pterodactyl and it could just fly, and then your commute's like non-existent. So it's like I'm not sure.
And they live for a long time, don't they? Didn't dinosaurs have like really long lifespans?
I think so. I am remarkably uneducated on dinosaurs.
I don't know why. I never expected you to talk about dinosaurs this much during the interview. But no, I think dragon's like a bigger flex, you know? Like somebody's like, oh, I have a dinosaur. Like, cool, but like not that cool. But if someone says a dragon,
I think like the Jurassic Park series has also made it like less of a flex because like we've already seen movies where like they like have the ability to make dinosaurs again. So it's like, oh, but like I saw that done in a movie in the 90s, no one cares, but like no one's talked about how to bring back dragons. Every time you see a dragon, it's in like a really old movie. So like it really would be quite a flex to be like, surprise, I have a dragon.
There's a lot of factors here to think about, like where am I gonna put it? Like, because I'm looking at my backyard right now and it's not gonna fit like a big dragon. Like it's gonna have to be like
like a baby dragon.
Okay. But yeah, dragon. I think overall dragon seems like a good idea.
Okay. And our final question, if you were to run away and join a circus, what would your act be?
Oh, it's like in The Greatest Showman, eh? That's a great movie.
I have not seen that movie yet.
Oh, I think you'd actually really like it. It's actually, I don't usually like that kind of thing, but it's really, really well done, even though I don't particularly like that. It's very, very well done.
I've heard it's good.
I don't know, I'd probably like I've been to Cirque du Soleil, and I like the people who like hang from the what's the word I'm looking for? Like the cloth stuff?
Like the ribbon and stuff? Yeah.
Yes, like, and the suspension, and there's no, like, things, like, they're just kind of floating about. I think that's really cool. I'd never be able to do it. I'd, like, break every bone in my body if I tried to. But
if
I could, I can no train, and, like, we'll figure it out. So, yeah.
Amazing. It's a hard question. I was thinking about it. I was, like, in preparation of, like, asking you, and I'm like, I don't even know what I would want to do in a circus. Like, there's just, like, so many cool things, and I would just rather watch.
Yeah, but, like, I would steer clear of, like, fire and, like, all that jazz, like, and the animals kind of scare me, too. So I would kind of have to be, like, a solo, like, a one-time solo kind of thing. Like, I would have a farewell with, like, jumping through hoops and stuff.
That's fair. Okay, well, that concludes our interview. So thank you for joining us. Good luck with all of your editing and journaling, editing things. And your schooling and things.
Awesome. Thank you, Peaches. Thank you for having me.
Of course. All right. We'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.